Origin of the religion. Worship of the female vagina was widespread in Persia several centuries before Islam, and the first to call for it was Artaxerxes Mnemon, and it reached its peak during the reign of Mazdak. This religion dates back to previous centuries, as most of its teachings were derived from pagan religions and worships that existed in the Fertile Crescent in South-Central Asia, now Turkey, and then mixed with Ismailism and took some of its teachings. Number of the sect. In Syria, their number is about 500,000 people, equivalent to 2.4% of the population of Syria, which is 19 million people, and 1.2 million in Brazil and Argentina, while there are no accurate statistics for the rest of the countries. The sanctification of the vagina is considered logical and natural, and he is surprised by some people's criticism of this worship or even their astonishment at it, and their expression of astonishment at everyone and their rejection of this worship and their prohibition of it, attributing this to the fact that the vagina is something sacred and of great importance. Without it, there is no life. And he tries to convince you from a scientific standpoint that if there were no vagina, there would be no humans. And children are raised on this basis that the vagina is the origin of humanity. He also mentions in his interview that he has no objection to kissing the vagina of any woman he encounters on the road, because this matter, according to their belief, is a positive thing, and he must do so, except that the members of the sect cannot do this publicly, especially in countries that embrace their sect, because this worship is socially unacceptable and punishable. In their philosophy of glorifying and sanctifying the sensitive parts of women, they consider that man was born from this vagina and came from it and must return to it. Just as the vagina has sanctity, the breast is important and sacred, but to a lesser extent, since it is considered by them to be the first source of food for man, and therefore the source of goodness, whose virtue cannot be ignored and must be repaid. The basic condition remains that the holy girl be a virgin and not an adult. The strangest thing is that they denounce and refuse to worship any idol, also refusing to talk about this subject and other rituals in order to have a good day and great sustenance. They must obtain satisfaction and obedience from the vagina, from which human creation and the earth also began. And they declare that they kiss their mother's vagina, but there are many of them who refrain from revealing that they kiss the rest of the girls. But kissing the vagina of any girl for them is normal and not forbidden. Similar to nirvana, for example, they progress in it, and these stations are secret, and they do not disclose them, except to their own kind. Women in this category include many educated women who have high academic degrees. Some of them wear the hijab and some of them do not, but the majority of them wear the hijab. Some of them also follow fashion, and it is clear that they do not have a specific dress that distinguishes them. Also, women are forbidden from revealing these matters and admitting that they are subject to these practices, not out of shame as they admit, but only in order to maintain the secrecy of worship. They are present in central Syria and are concentrated in the region of Salamiya, Al-Nar, Al-Qadmas, Masyaf, and in small numbers distributed in the cities. And they are also present in northwestern Iran and some villages in southern Turkey, adjacent to the Syrian border and the Sanjak of Alexandretta. And there is also a large immigrant community in Denmark, America, Brazil, and Argentina. They also have supporters in many countries. Among them are artists, singers, politicians, and athletes. Rituals followed in the religion. The teachings of the religion are based on a specific day of the year. The girl who is born on that day is considered sacred, especially her vagina and breasts, and she gains a great status among them, because her vagina and breasts are considered a source of pride for her relatives. And the process of worship or prayer is done by placing the girl upon reaching puberty on a chair similar to a birth chair, for the members of the sect to kiss it while repeating the verse, "O worshipped, these are the days of good fortune, we have made all covenants to you." As for death, she stands. A certain old woman, holy, is on the edge of the grave, naked, and the dead person enters between her legs, passing through her vagina, and those present repeat, "O worshipped one, from you we came, and to you we shall return."